For more than a century, the story of the Titanic has been told again and again. We know the night, the iceberg, the sinking, the numbers. We think we understand what happened, but beneath those familiar headlines lies a quieter truth, one that has remained sealed in darkness, untouched by memory, and largely unseen by the world. Far below the surface of the North Atlantic, the Titanic does not rest as a single frozen moment in time. It exists as layers of history. Some spaces were documented, photographed, and studied. Others were passed over, dismissed as unimportant, or simply too difficult to reach. And then there are the spaces that were never meant to be seen at all. The forgotten middle decks, buried between luxury above and machinery below, where everyday lives unfolded in silence. This film is not about the grand staircase you already know. It is not about the famous bow rising from the darkness. This journey takes you somewhere else, somewhere deeper, somewhere more human. Hidden beneath the well-known decks of the Titanic lies a world suspended between order and chaos. A place where elegance and routine once coexisted, and where the final moments of ordinary people were quietly sealed away when the ship descended into the abyss. These middle levels were not designed to impress. They were designed to function. And because of that, they reveal something far more intimate than luxury ever could. Here, corridors narrow. Doors lead to private rooms rather than public spectacle. Clothing still hangs where it was last placed. Shoes remain scattered where someone stepped out of them in haste. Tables are set, chairs are occupied, and personal belongings rest exactly where time abandoned them. These are not symbols, they are evidence. As you descend with us, you will notice something immediately. There is no drama here, no sudden movement, no sound except the slow breath of the ocean itself. The Titanic has been quiet for over 100 years, and this film respects that silence. Every object you will see, every room, every shadow, every detail exists as it is now, shaped only by pressure, water, and time. This is a story told without narration inside the frame. No music to guide your emotions, no voice to tell you what to feel. Only the soundscape of the deep sea, distant currents, drifting sediment, the faint creak of steel, and the subtle life that has grown around what was once a moving city. Because when you remove the spectacle, something else emerges. Memory. The middle decks of the Titanic were never meant to be legendary. They were lived in. They were transitional spaces, connecting one world to another. And when disaster struck, they became places of waiting, searching, and final decisions. Some tried to move upward. Others waited where they stood. Some never made it past a closed door. What you are about to see is not reconstruction. It is not imagination. It is a careful visual interpretation of what still remains, informed by historical records, archaeological understanding, and physical reality. Nothing is exaggerated. Nothing is added for shock. Every scene is designed to feel as if you are there hovering, observing, and then moving on without disturbing what time has already claimed. This film asks a simple question. What happens to history when no one is looking? For decades, attention focused on the most dramatic parts of the wreck. But history does not only live in monuments. It lives in forgotten rooms, in personal belongings, in spaces that tell quieter stories. The middle deck of the Titanic is one of those places. A layer of the ship where status blurred, where luxury brushed against necessity, and where human routines continued right up until they didn't. As the light from the exploration vehicle moves slowly through these rooms, you will notice how carefully the ocean has preserved some details, while erasing others completely. Fabric becomes mineral, metal becomes fragile, names disappear, but presence remains. And in that presence, something deeply unsettling and deeply respectful exists at the same time. This is not a horror film. It It is not a tragedy retold for spectacle. It is a visual archive of loss, endurance, and memory. A reminder that history is not only written by events, but by the spaces those events leave behind. By the end of this journey, you may feel that you have not simply watched a documentary, but visited a place that still remembers. A place where time stopped, not at the moment of impact, but slowly, layer by layer, as the ship descended into darkness. Stay with us. Watch carefully. Let the silence speak. Because beneath the Titanic's forgotten middle floor lies a story the world was never meant to see. And once you have seen it, you will never think about this ship the same way again.